Yo guys, what is up? It is Teachers Game 2 coming back at you with another video here, and I am here right now to show you an interesting video that was suggested by a viewer, and I was like, that sounds kind of fun actually. So what I'm going to show you, how do you build back up after you've been wiped? Now let's assume you've been foundation wiped, you've literally got nothing left. I literally only have, mind you, yes, this is really good stuff because I can't spawn it in any less, but put some armor in your back. You've only got your armor on your back, and that's what you're working with. So the armor on your back, rule number one, find some armor, get some tools, because I can't tell you how many times, even me, as a person that's usually pretty nice and doesn't want to attack people, if I see a naked person running around on the beach, a bob, I am straight up going to attack them, just because. That's just what it is. However, if I see somebody with armor on, I'm not going to avoid it. Now, step one, a lot of people try and go to 100 miles an hour really fast and be like, yo, we're back. Let's do this. Come on. Big, big, big mistake. You want to find an area on the map that you can rebuild slowly, and do not go back to where you were. A lot of people make the mistake of, what the heck? Whatever. A lot of people make the mistake of going back to where they were originally, and what happens is after they've done that, the people just come back and wipe them again. So, find a new spot. And make sure your team is working together. If you're a solo player, not a problem. That's totally cool. However, you want to make sure you're all working together, because a lot of times after a raid, one guy wants to go get revenge, one guy just wants to play around, one guy wants to do this, one girl, whatever it happens to be, wants to do that. You all need to work as a team. That's really the biggest thing. You can actually build yourself back up again in less than a week. It's just you got to work as a team to do it, because it sucks. Once you've been raided, usually it's not in the most legitimate of ways. They'll wait till you're offline. They'll go under your base, mess you, all that kind of stuff. I don't think I've ever actually been wiped in a fashion in which I was online and battled somebody for it, which is unfortunate, but that's kind of how Arc is nowadays. So what we're going to do is find a spot on the map, wherever you are. You can see I'm at the drop locations, but they're underneath me actually, because those are the ocean drops. Find a spot where you can find three things. This is where we're going to start. Triceratops, Argies, and Pteranodons. Now, on Valguero, that location that you're looking for is Boreal Forest 2. And you're going to start by taming yourself a Triceratops, because a Triceratops is a shockingly good tame to have. Now, I'm on 1 times right now. I have a mediocre Triceratops, level 60 it was tamed at, and it turned out to be a level 90. And I'm just going to show you, in less than, let's call it, 5 minutes, I can get a whole bunch of basic stuff. Now, I can even go after other Triceratops, other dinos, all these things with a mediocre Triceratops. I'm leveling them up to, you can see, I've got some thatch, I've got some wood, I've got some berries, and this is what we need. We just need a solid start to the game. Now, the big thing you can do for yourself is just be careful, because obviously this guy is, well, oh my goodness, hello. This is interesting. I don't think I've ever had this happen where I've been attacked accidentally by a Bronto. So we've gone and got our hide source, a little bit of keratin right there. Unfortunately, this Bronto is probably going to knock us into Tomorrowville, which kind of sucks, but oh well. We're going to see if we can fight back a little bit here. So a low-level Bronto, good target, tons of meat, tons of hide. And again, with the Triceratops, they can tank quite a bit. And we're just going to keep killing things and getting basic resources. Triceratops are great startup mounts, simply due to the fact that, oh my goodness, I took a ton of damage here. And, oh man. Hopefully this guy doesn't kill me. We're going to try and get him into the water, because that's always a good thing to do with these guys. Now, as you can see, I'm just basically doing what I can in order to get the startup things that you need in a base. Now, basic startup things: hide, fiber, thatch, berries, all that kind of stuff. And once you have your Triceratops, you can see that it becomes pretty easy. He's coming back for some more finally. I'm going to finish this one off, and then we'll show you what to do next. So get your Triceratops, get your starter stuff. Ow, that seems unfair. I can't hit you from there. Ow. This seems very unfair. I'm just going to bring that up as oh, there we go. So we're going to pretend that I got all my hide and stuff. We're going to make a bed. We're going to get started, and we're going to move on from there. So your next step after you get your Triceratops and you get everything built up, you've got your berry gatherer, you've got your thatch gatherer, you've got everything that you need for a little bit of protection. We're going to move on to the next thing, and the most important part. You're going to tame yourself an Argy. I'm going to go ahead and spawn one in real quick just so you can see what I'm talking about here. Alright, so I've got myself an Argy now. And as you can see, not a very good Argy. Level does not matter. Again, I pulled it in at level 60 and it is a level 90. Who cares about its level at this moment in time? You're just trying to build back up. And the reason you want an Argy next, very simple actually. Argies can pick up just about anything. And they serve as a mobile smithy, which is just, phenomenal. And on top of all that, they're pretty decent at gathering basic supplies like hide, meat. So if you really need to build that bed and get that hide and stuff to build back up again, an Argy is a great source to do it. And they're pretty hard to kill because they've got a pretty decent health stat on them. They're just good all around tames. I'm going to go ahead and get this dolphin over here. We got that 34 room meat. So, now what we're going to do. The benefit about these Argies, and this is why you want them second, is you want to go ahead and get one so they can actually pick up a majority of tames that you're going to need. Things like Ankies, Doedicarus, all of that stuff can be picked up by an Argy. Phiomia to build back up your fertilizer farm, because you're probably not going to spend too much time with the toilet and stuff building that farm up. Now, as you can see, I can pick up a Phiomia if I don't need it. Obviously, we can just sit here and roast the thing. And you've got yourself unlimited hide and raw meat access, which gets you spoiled meat, which gets you everything you need. So step 1, Triceratops. Step 2, Argy. Now, once you've gone and done that, you've got yourself, and you're starting to see it already, you're building back up. You got a Triceratops, we've got the Argy, we've got all the basic stuff we need. I guess somebody is constantly on this Triceratops building back up with all the stuff that they're going to need because, wood, thatch, berries, all that stuff helps real quick. Do not have anything more than a bed down. That is the best advice I can have for you, because in all reality, if you've been wiped, someone's probably hunting you. And you probably got wiped by somebody bigger. So be careful. That's my biggest advice. Now, I'm just clearing this area so you can see what I'm going to do next here. I'm going to build a taming trap. Now, the next thing you want to do with your Argy, now that I've got him in my Triceratops, oh my goodness, super slow. Get some basic tools, and you are going to build yourself a taming trap so you can literally tame everything. And I'll show you what I mean. Let's get there. All right, guys. So basically all you're going to need is some walls, this guy right here, some door frames. So place your foundations down, and it kind of depends on how you want to do this. I usually do it 3 long, 2 wide. And on 2 sides of this, you're going to go ahead and place, just like you see here, some door frames. And on the other sides, some walls. There we go. Now, if you really wanted to, you could build yourself a little bit of obviously it doesn't look perfect, but who cares? You're building up on wipe day. You can see we've got a little box. Now with this Argentavis, the reason you have this box, this is going to be our taming box to get all the tames we need safely. Now you can build as many of these as you want. I've seen people build like 8, 9, 10 of these just to start cranking out tames, and it does depend on how many people you do have. What I would start with is just basic tames. Practice this box design. See? Parasaur. Bring him over to the box. Drop him off in the box. Oh boy, I missed already. Come on, buddy. There we go. Nice and slow. So, get him above the box. Drop him off in the box. Have somebody as your teammate. Start knocking these things out. And literally, this is how you're building up. Because really, the more important thing over all buildings is tames. Because I've seen a lot of people try and grind out all this stuff by hand. It works so much faster if you just knock a couple of things out, tame them up, and have them help you get all the stuff that you need. So get your Ankies, get your Parasaurs, get everything that you need, and then you're grinding. You're cooking with fire again. And you're almost back up to the point you need to be. Now, step 4, and really the hardest step to remember, do not get too big too fast. That is really the biggest advice that I can give you, because a lot of people will be like, okay, we need turrets today, we need this today, we need that, we need this, blah, 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 this is what we need, this is what we want to do. Don't. Take your time. With the cryopod update now, because you can craft that inside of a drop, get some cryopods and find yourself a little 1x1, 1x2 that you can hide in until you are ready to go. Build yourself up nice and slow. It's not a race. And slowly build yourself back up to a nice little location, and then worry about getting big again. Excuse me. Still early in the morning where I am, so I'm still a little bit sniffly, I suppose you might say. But basically, you're going to build yourself back up to where you were slowly. Do not try to go 0 to 100. Go step by step by step, just like the way you got there in the first place. Because so many people are so used to being bigger and so used to having the stuff, they're like, oop, I need it again today. Take your time. Move slow. Find some hidden locations. Build up there. Build up to the next bigger hidden location and build up again. Like, you're going to make a bunch of different bases before you continue. Find a small base where you can cryopod fridge some basically your easy tames, and do that way, and then slowly tame the things you need. Now, it's really that easy, because Box, RG Trike, you have everything you need to start up a really nice base. Because you're going to be able to tame your Ankies, your RGs, everything you need. And really, that's all you need. This is my advice for wipe day. And I know it's really quick, and I know it's 4 steps, but a lot of people forget about this, and they try and go 0 to 100 real quick. This is what you should be doing. Slowly build back up, slowly do what you need to do. And this is just some advice for people that have, if you've been wiped, this is what you got to do. Slowly build back up. All right. Other than that, if there's any other videos you'd like to request, because this was a viewer request, please do so. I really don't mind. I do enjoy it. And other than that, Teacher's Game 2